What's up, everybody? I need to get my own little intro thing, I guess, don't I?
Why?
Just say, what's up, YouTube?
Yeah, why not?
I know, I go over that every time in the videos, and I can't figure out what to say, because I'm not the one who does the intros normally.
Does it not feel natural?
No.
Okay, well, you need your own.
Need to, like, put him do the intro, and then we can just cut to me saying something, right?
Do that.
I don't know. Anyways, we asked a couple vlogs ago about if y'all wanted us to make a video about what's been going on, and we always try to be, what would you call that, transparent, I guess, as possible. And this is about as personal as you can get here, because I've never had any experience like this before in my life. How long ago did it start?
I would say probably in February.
Dogs are upstairs around, like,
They're
herding
walking.
around.
I should have shut the door. but
March,
that's okay.
February, March, something
Yeah,
like that.
probably something about that.
So it started this around, this year, 2025. That little backstory, I've never had a problem sleeping in my life, ever. Sleeping is literally my favorite thing to do. I love sleeping, and I can sleep 20 hours in a row. It's literally my favorite thing to do, is to sleep. And one night, in the middle of the night, I guess back in February, I woke up out of nowhere abruptly, and I couldn't breathe real good out of my nose. And another little backstory, if y'all don't know, I was hooked on Afrin for...
Before me, you got off when we were in our early dating stage.
a long time, like 10 years. And there's some right there. I got some all... Anyways, I was completely off of Afrin. I quit.
Probably 9 years.
Yeah, 8 or 9 years, completely off of it. Didn't use it at all. But when I was on it, I had to have it in my pocket, about like I am now. But hooked on it, needed it every hour or two, and it sucked. Well, I was able to stop doing it 8 years ago, 9 years ago, whatever it was. Well, this night when I woke up in early February this year, I keep bouncing around, sorry. I woke up and couldn't breathe real good out of my nose, and I have no idea how in the world this even works. I guess it's everybody that has experienced these, that's watched, or that's watching, has experienced this if you've had them before. But I woke up right out of bed, right over there, and I stood up, and what did I do?
Just started panicking.
Yeah, I have no idea how to explain it. Yeah, like my heart was beating real fast. I was panicking. You know, I didn't like everything. The world felt like it was, I don't know. Everything felt like it was caving in on me. You know what I mean? Like everything was, like, you know, every decision we've made in our life was like coming. It was like all in at once on my head. I have no idea how to explain it. My head was going all over the place, and it was just, it was really weird. I mean, and all, I stood up next to the bed, and all I was doing was, I got all of our stuff out or whatever, but I stood up, and it's funny, my pillows are still exactly still the same from February. So this has literally been my pillow for
I don't know how long.
20 years. This is my pillow.
It is probably
It's stained and nasty. I'll see. It's stained and nasty, but I literally can't find a pillow like this one. And normally my pillow's like that. That's my spot. And I woke up and stood up. My heart was pounding. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and I just started going around circles around this right here, around the steps, around. I just kept walking in circles, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
For how long?
Hours.
And I you know, we normally go to bed about 10 o'clock, and this was about 11:30, 12. I pee like 4 or 5 times a night, because I drink like probably a gallon and a half of water a day.
Yeah, probably.
And a lot at night. So I mix my water flavoring a little bit stronger at night, and kind of chew on the crushed ice to kind of help me with eating so much at night, to, you know, because I have an eating problem, obviously. And so I have to pee a lot throughout the night. Well, this particular night, my having to pee didn't wake me up. The whole not being able to breathe thing, and it like sent me into a panic. There was a guy, one of our buddies at the gym, that had a breathing problem. I can't remember what it was. He about died. His esophagus, however you say that, closed, and he couldn't breathe real good. And I was like, Phil, I thought I was like dying. I have no idea what, and I just kept walking around circles, walking and walking and walking. And that was probably from like 11 till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you had to get up and go to work the next day.
Yeah, so what we did that night is I stuck 2 pillows like that, and I would go from walking, and I'd stand right here next to the bed, and as long as Amy stayed awake, it was it felt better. Like if she would have went to sleep, I would have like felt like I was gonna die. And then I would get in bed for a second, and I would lay down and prop my head up on 2 pillows so I could breathe better, and that would help. But I was still freaking out, and
well, you would fall asleep, and then you would like your body would jolt awake.
Yeah. It was the weirdest thing in the world. Like we went into the bathroom. Like it was weird. Like I could go in. Yeah, the heater was on, so it was definitely February, March. I could go into the bathroom and I could sit on Amy's stool in there in front of the heater and calm myself down. And then I would come out here and think about trying to go. And I was scared to lay down in bed. I have no idea why.
And that's never happened before.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So I mean, I was scared to lay in bed, and so that night, literally got an hour or 2 of sleep, and then went to work that day, came home that night, and I was scared to go. I'm fine throughout the day, completely fine throughout the day. And it comes to nighttime, like around 7, 8 o'clock, and I started getting nervous about going to bed. And I come down here, and I would lay down in bed, and I'd start panicking and get right back up. I had, like, how many nights in a row did I do that?
It was definitely 3 or 4, because I ended up trying to get you in an emergency doctor's appointment because we couldn't figure out what was going on, and none of the home remedies would work. You know, we tried cold showers, hot showers.
I tried all that, and
right.
and throughout that week, I thought it was the not being able to breathe thing, so I got nasal spray all over the place or whatever, but it have to have a brand new one just in case. But so I thought that would help, so I got back on freaking nasal spray, and which is
doesn't help.
Not good, because I don't want to be hooked on nasal spray. And I think, is that Trey here?
Maybe.
Trey's here. I think we'll be back in it. He just got done filming a vlog. We'll be back in a second. All right, yep. Trey's dropping a one of his vlogs off from his house. Y'all comment down below in his vlog and tell him to clean his camera lens on his phone. He really likes when he hears that.
You quit. Why do you got to stir the crap?
It's such a he'll be mowing the grass for 7 hours and have grass and crap all over and pull it up. What's up, YouTube? But
back to our video.
A little bit of OCD coming out again, as usual. But anyways, like I said, so got hooked back on this. I think I went like 5 days with like literally 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, it was bad.
I went, and then it got to the point where I told Amy she's gonna have to make a doctor's appointment because I can't go another night with no sleep. And I was, the craziest part about it is, you know, sometimes when I had trouble sleeping back in the past, I take the off-brand Tylenol PMs from Sam's, and I was scared to take those Tylenol PMs because I didn't want to fall asleep and wake up to that panic that I had. It was. I mean, you all watching, I know people out there have had this before because I've talked to people about it, and obviously in real life, and there's people that this is normal, but I would go into the bathroom and I would like hug on to Amy and be like, I don't know how to explain it, like shivering.
Physically shaking all over. Every muscle would be shaking.
Yeah, so it was a bad deal. And so I went to the doctor.
We went to the first doctor.
Yeah, what happened to the first doctor?
The first
Hospital
doctor.
Or the doctor?
No, the doctor. The first doctor we went to was made it into like a joke, like you'll be okay. Here's a prescription, but it wasn't even enough to remember.
Yeah, like, well, I said the only problem I have is stuff at night. I don't need anything during the day. I'm completely like I you know, I can go and just like there's nothing wrong with me out there. It's literally laying down in bed was freaking me out at night, going to bed. And to this day, it still freaks me out laying in bed. But went to him, and he gave me something that I took that made it worse.
Yes.
It like amplified it, and it was like freaked me. I mean, I was scared to death.
Right, and then we went back to him, and you took the prescription back to him and sat it on the desk, and you were like, I can't take this anymore. It made it worse, and he had put you on something for like a manic almost.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm like, dude, the only thing, I just need to be able to sleep is what I need to do.
Right.
I need to be able to sleep. And it got to the point to where with that doctor, I was like, if you're not going to, I'll just find something on my own that's going to make me sleep. And,
which I wouldn't let him do.
Yeah. So, and it's like, and literally I take, creatine, I take a multivitamin and Dayquil and NyQuil when I get colds. And that's literally all that I take. I don't take anything else. And, so I went from nothing to that made it worse. I'm like, this isn't going to work. And in the middle of all of that, doctor, one night, I'm like, Amy, I have to be able to go to sleep because it was getting to the point where I need to go to work. It's like, I'm having trouble. I was going to the point, I was like running on 0 hours of sleep. Mm-hmm. And I was going crazy because I was, having to come up with.
Well, you were having a panic attack, and I ended up having to rush you into the emergency room.
It's like I was, trying to come up with videos, all this stress and stuff, and I'm like, I got to be able to sleep. And because I do know that about myself, is if I can make it like 3 or 4 days with hardly any sleep, but it definitely, I have to have sleep. Like I have to have sleep at least 12 or 15 hours one night to catch up.
Your mom said it best. Justin requires more sleep than most.
Yeah, I have to have sleep. Like it's my favorite thing to do. And and it was like 12:30 one night. We got up, got dressed, and went to the emergency room, didn't we? We were at the stupid emergency room till 3 o'clock in the morning. He gave me a shot of what?
Ativan.
Gave me whatever that is. Gave me a shot of that. And I don't know if that helped or with just being exhausted, we got back.
No, you were panicking on the way home. You were like, I don't think this is going to help. And then by the time we got here, you were.
Yeah, fell asleep.
It definitely worked.
Yeah, so then I went back to the doctor the next day after that. She made like 5 or 6 emergency doctor appointments.
And we saw a different doctor this time, though.
Yeah, saw a different doctor, and I explained to him everything that was going on, from over the past, 2 years. And to condense everything down in 2 years, which is, I think, a main reason of what's going on, is all the stress. It's like, starting 2 years ago, we lost our mom, and then I'm just going over what I think has caused this.
Yeah.
We lost our mom, and then everything happened with our nephew, and then I don't like our family being split up. It's I don't like that at all, and it's like I can't go back to what it was after everything that's happened. It's like it's a lot of stress.
Right, it's just bearing on you.
Yeah, it's a lot of stress with, I want the family together, but then it's like I can't let myself do that because everything that happened to us, and it's just been a lot in the last 2 years. And I told the doctor everything that we've been through, and how we took from nothing on YouTube, and we built all the way up to 500,000 subscribers. And then our channel got jerked away from us, and just you all that's been with us from the beginning know everything, and it's just a lot of stress, trying to come back from what we lost, and back in February we still weren't where I wanted us to be, and I knew in the back of my head it's like, well, I know we need to go back to our original content, and I know we need to do this, and so I need to go back so I'm explaining all this to the doctor, right? And he's like, well, let's try this stuff. What's it? I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah.
It's like
a heavy duty anti-anxiety.
Sleeping anxiety thing that you take at night.
That's non-addictive.
Yeah. So he's like, let's try this. And we tried it, and it worked. And I'm like, and so he said, take him at 9 o'clock because I said I like to be asleep by 10 because we don't have to get up early for work. Me and Trey leave the house at 8 o'clock. So we're up, believe it or not, we sleep till 7:30 on the dot. Just enough time to brush my teeth and fix my hair, and Amy fixes my lunch and leave. But I'm like, I like to be asleep at 10 so I can have plenty of sleep because with the work that we do and working out and stuff, it's taxing on the body. But, so anyways, the doctor gave me that stuff, and I take him at 9 o'clock, and by what time is it?
Usually by 10:15, you're.
It like knocks me out in the bed, like to the point up in the when we're watching TV. Like we tried taking him at like 10 o'clock and coming straight down and going to bed.
No.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. I have to take him at like 9 o'clock, and then it just like sends me into like
it zaps you.
Like I'm exhausted, like to the point where the nights where I was staying up till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, pacing around the basement. I bet you I've walked 5 miles around this basement just walking, and keeping in mind when I'm in the middle of those panic attacks, all of those thoughts are going through my head. Wanting the channel to work, making sure we got money for the to pay the bills, to keep the lights on, to it's just like all of that stuff just goes crashing through my head, and it's like normally my head can balance all of that, but it's like it's been a lot in the last 2 years, and I had a hard time grasping it, and he
put you on a low dose.
Put me on a low dose,
and it helped, but it didn't help for long. Yeah. So we ended up going back. I'm just gonna keep you straight.
Yeah, keep his story going.
We ended up going back. I think we ended up going back.
I literally been to the doctor like 30 times.
30 times in like probably the last 6 months.
Yeah.
At least. And so he finally figured out a exact balance of medication to what Justin needs for his weight and height and all that, and now you're on a pretty good stand.
Yeah, because I'm 6'2". I just got on the scale today. I'm 268 at 6'2". So I've been trying to gain weight, as crazy as that sounds, just trying to physically get bigger, and I don't think that's played a part in it, because that doesn't bother me. I don't care about that kind of stuff.
Well, and you like food.
Yeah, and he would say, let's try this, and then come back a week later. Let's try this, come back a week later. Let's try this, come back 2 weeks later. Mm-hmm. And then we've gotten into I guess we don't need to do a video because I'm explaining everything, a nightly routine to where normally I get home from work and in the gym around 6 o'clock, and Amy makes dinner, and we hang out and relax and stuff.
Or go to swim club.
Go to the swim club and stay out. I take my stuff at night. Now, we have done it to where if we're having a bonfire out, a little campfire out in the driveway or whatever, that I don't want to take it at 9 o'clock because it's a Friday or Saturday night and I want to be able to stay up. So I'm like, I have taken it at like 11 o'clock.
But it's midnight before we go to sleep.
We just stay up an extra hour.
Yeah.
So that's what I've gotten figured out. Because you all don't understand. I'm not playing when it comes to you all watching that have these. When I have one of those freaking freak out attacks or whatever, it literally, it's like my worst nightmares are like coming true in my head. It's like, it freaks me out. It's like Trey when he's on gummies. I guess that's the way that I could best explain it, is how scared I am. It's like my heart, it's like I'm having a heart attack. I don't know. I understand.
Well, I would get you to fall asleep, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, like 4 or 5 minutes, and I would even time it. It would be like every 4 or 5 minutes, his whole body would start to shake, and he'd wake himself up out of a dead sleep, and then like start pacing the basement again. And I'd get him to lay back down. Okay, Justin, I'm going to stay awake. You go to sleep. I'll watch you.
Yeah, as long as she stayed awake, I was fine.
But that went on, trying to get the medication right, trying to get everything right. And, that went on for probably almost 2.5 months, where he was still having, like, at times, like, he'd go 3 or 4 nights and have perfect sleep. And then he'd have one of his episodes to where he'd be shaking all night long. It probably went on for 2.5, 3 months before we got everything right, everything, taken care of. And the doctor really, the new doctor really listened to Justin. You could tell he understood what Justin was going through, where the old doctor, it was more like, you have something mentally wrong with you. It isn't stress. It's something.
Everything, that's what I've come to. That's what it was and what it is the stress of everything that we've been through in the last 2 years. And I know I repeat myself 1,000 times, and everybody gets mad at me for repeating myself, but I don't really care. I'm just telling you that when you've been through what we've been through in the last 2 years, it's a lot, and it's a lot to swallow. And back in February, I was, trying to do the Bangs channel, the TheBellLife Bangs channel, and I wanted that to work. And then YouTube started messing with us on the Bangs channel because of the guns, and we were doing the jackass stuff with the guns. And I'm like, golly. And I'm like, I knew in my head, it's like, we just got to go back to our old stuff. And when we made the decision to, because you got to think about it, we were doing 3 BellLife.com videos. We were doing 2 BellLife Bangs videos. We were doing 2 vlogs. And at some point there, we were also doing the Ask the BellLife for 3 videos.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was beating my head against the wall trying to come up with video ideas that were entertaining and trying to respond to everybody's comments and trying to do it was just a lot. All right, baby ran into the side of a
sofa.
Not a baby, she's 4 years old, but she's training for the videos when she gets older. So where were we? I can't remember.
You were just explaining how how that kind of anxiety can affect you.
It's just it's the best way to explain it is I guess it would be the equivalent of going through a divorce or the equivalent of losing your job or it's just the stress. And for some reason when I get that much stress on me, it does this, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I guess that was my body was dealing with it. And so when we made the decision to stop the website and stop the Ask the BellLife channel and to solely focus on our original content, as soon as we made that switch and I started seeing the positivity of people liking the videos and the channel really getting growth and really starting to grow back, I thought that would take everything away. And it took a lot away, but it still didn't take everything away. Because I've been trying to slowly wean myself off off the medication I got to take at night to go to sleep. And with all the medication at night, I was also taking 2 NyQuil a night too. I would take my medicine at 9 o'clock, and then when we came downstairs, I would take 2 NyQuil just to really make sure that I was going to be knocked out and didn't wake up. Because I was scared of waking up when I have to pee in the middle of the night, that it was going to send me into another freak out. And here about 2 weeks ago, I'm off the NyQuil completely. Still on the nasal spray.
We're working on that though.
Unfortunately, but I'm going to try to wean myself off the nasal spray again or whatever. But honestly, what's really helped is your all's comments on the main channel, on our main channel, TheBellLife, about how you're loving it and loving the old videos and loving the old style, our original stuff that we've done for years. That is helping me, and that's why I wanted to make this video, to be as transparent as possible. That we've just been dealing with stuff. It's been a lot, and I'm hoping the videos you all are liking them, which it seems like you are. But I saw some comments in the video where Trey put whatever that was called, Mad Dog, in my nasal spray or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, this is fake because he doesn't use nasal spray. And I'm like, we need to make a video on it because I do use nasal spray. I just don't use it in the videos because I don't want you all to make fun of me with how bad nasal spray is for you. And it's like, okay, well, I guess we're just going to have to legit make a video about it. But I've been doing, the last doctor's appointment was it last week?
Mm-hmm.
Was last week, and that was 3 months. So I haven't had a doctor's appointment in 3 months. And I told him, the doctor, I said, I'm trying to get off of NyQuil. And he's like, yeah, let's get off that. And then slowly start weaning myself off. But I do have OCD, like everybody knows or whatever. And because I told him there was one of the pills I'm taking 5 of them. And I'm like, what if we just up the milligram dose and I just take 1 of those? And he's like, oh yeah, we can do that easily. And then I'm like, wait a minute, no, just stay at 5, because as soon as I go to 1, I'll think 1's not enough, and then I won't be able to sleep. And seriously, how my head works, it's like everything has to be a certain way, doesn't it?
Yep.
And it sucks. And
except for obviously our bed, because it is not made. Yeah,
that stuff doesn't bother me, but yeah, everything that's happened in the last 2 years is I think that, with a combination of the going back to our other style videos is helping, but I'm just hoping in the future. What I'm really hoping for in the future, if everybody wants to know, I really hope that everything can just go back to normal, and I really hope obviously things can't go back to normal with mom or whatever, but
You mean with the rest of the family?
yeah, I hope things can work out in the future, and I hope that'll help with me a little bit better, because nobody likes what's happened with with our family. It's not good, either way, but with what we've been through, it's really hard to go back to normal right now. I'm hoping in the future things can get to that, but
I think any relationship can be rebuilt, no matter how bad the exit was, or I think with enough time and work, I think any relationship can be rebuilt.
yeah, maybe it's just the damage is is a lot, but in the future maybe we can go further into that, but it's just it's really been a lot of stress on me. I think I've personally taken everything on my back, and I hear from Trey that if they don't like it, it don't matter, and it's like I take a lot of pride in what we do, and I really like to help people, because we really help people through things, and we get a lot of messages of people loving our videos, and it's helping them through this or helping them through that, and it's like at the end of the day, it's like I almost need something like that to watch to help me through things. And
like you said, though, a lot of the comments is helping you through.
Yeah, I like I said, I try to reply to everybody, and we try to do our best, but it's honestly, you all know the backstory now. So when the video goes live at 7:30, I try to answer for like an hour and a half, and then I try to keep answering after I take my stuff to go to bed. But it knocks me out to where Amy will say it I'll be asleep in the chair at 10 o'clock, and she'll be like, "It's time for bed." And there's times where I like stand up and get lightheaded. Like it's crazy. That did happen one night too, in the middle of the night, because I'm so freaked out about getting up and going to pee that I'm like, okay, I'm laying in bed and I'm like, I gotta pee. I'm like, maybe if I hurry and get back in bed, that should we do a whole separate video on that?
I don't know if it's probably part of this video.
I don't know. I think we should do a separate video on that.
All right, we'll do a separate video.
Yeah,
but
we'll do a
land this
separate video.
plane.
There's something that happened in the middle of the night one night that was that's only ever happened to me twice in my life before, and it was pretty recent. So if you all can guess what happened to me, we'll do a whole separate video on that. But like I said, I know I repeated myself a million times.
Yes, you did.
And sorry, that's just to really drive it home to all the people that don't like it when I repeat myself, but that's me. And
that is a fact, though. You even do that with me. Like, he'll repeat himself, even though I'm fully aware of everything.
It's unbelievable, though. It's like with certain things, like if we're whatever we're doing in life, when I have given instructions to somebody or whatever, say, like they're doing this for us, or this is happening, or this is happening, I'll tell them exactly what I want 4 times, right? And they will still do it wrong.
Well, I think at this point...
You've witnessed that, haven't you?
Well, yeah, but...
And it's like, I think it comes down
I am not one of those people that you need to instruct.
I think it comes down to the saying, I almost have to do things...
Do it yourself.
I almost have to do things myself, not the editing of the videos and all that kind of stuff, but I almost just have to do it myself in order to do it the way that I want it to be satisfied in my head because of the OCD crap or whatever. But I think we should do a separate video on that.
Okay, in this one, because it is very long.
I'm sorry I'm rambling on or whatever, but this, out of everything in my life besides, of course, losing our mom, this has been the hardest thing that I've ever had to deal with in my life before. And I will say, if Amy wasn't here and like I was by myself and, because the only person left is our dad, I honestly don't know. I mean, I'm not talking suicidal or any of that kind of stuff, but I honestly don't know how I would have made it through this without her.
Oh, thanks, hon.
So it was her literally just laying in bed and being awake and making sure I'm not going to think I'm going to die in the middle of the night because I think my ribs are still cutting me internally and I'm going to, all kinds of crazy stuff goes through my head. But it was a lot, and you know, we don't have to post this video, and I just want you all to know that you all help me too. So if that makes sense,
Yeah.
with the comments and stuff. So thank you all. And when I do say that, I really mean that. It means a lot that we can entertain you, and you can also help me through things that's going on in our real lives. So I guess you could say man enough to say that I need help too. So I appreciate all of you. It really does mean a lot to us, and we're coming back strong on both channels, this channel and TheBellLife, and we're almost at 100,000 subscribers on both of them. And if you all could help us out, if this is in the future, we're over 100,000 subscribers, but if you could help us get to 100,000, it would be awesome. And we have a Patreon, and we also, if we have merchandise, that's on TheBellLife.com. And really do appreciate you all, and we'll see you on the next one.